Greetings, chess friends. Jeffrey Baffle here, Humble Bumble Chess Services. Going into an in-depth review on a book that I did an unbagging video on a couple days ago, and that is none other than Adolf Anderson. As I said in my other video, it's a self-published book with a very limited print run. It's not very expensive. If you are used to getting like McFarland or other high quality, what they call library quality books, this is well within that range, probably a little bit cheaper than most of those. About 350 pages, large print, which I love. Oh my gosh, I wish that more books had the large print. Even for people who don't need it, it's still just so much more comfortable to read. The in-depth things I wanted to talk about is this a good value for your money? I say all around yes. Even if you are not interested in historical chess figures, I am. So that adds, that's like icing on the cake there for me. But even if you're not, you're going to see some incredible games. There are 80 games in here, and they are a good representation of Adolf Anderson and his incredible combinational power in chess. So the chess is incredible. Maybe more, what pleases me more is the contemporary notes that they have with the games. Robert Johnson is the author, and he has done an incredible job of gathering. To me, I mean, I'm not an expert, but to me, he gathered every conceivable contemporary source, and if there were errors, he provided a correction either from a modern player who looked at it or himself. So the notes are comprehensive. The games are incredible. But like I said, the contemporaneous accounts of chess life in the mid 1800s to me is fascinating. One of the things that, and I just wanted to show you some of the illustrations in there. A lot of them are black and white. Obviously, they didn't have color photography back then. In fact, probably almost all of them are black and white. But just gorgeous illustrations. Here's another one there. As you can see, the diagrams are clear. The print is crystal clear. Just wanted to read you a real quick about London 1851. Now, London 1851 was the first professionally organized tournament, almost the first tournament of any kind for chess. They didn't know what to do. They didn't know how to do it. This is the first time it's ever been done. So there were a lot of things that were, let's just say suboptimal about that tournament. But it's all here. The descriptions are all here and things that I had not read in other sources. Here's Adolf Anderson himself, and remember, he won the tournament, so based on that, I would say he was the strongest player in the world. The title of world champion did not exist at that time, but he had to have a good case for saying he was the strongest player in the world. In any case, here's his first thoughts about the London 1851. Now, the tournament itself was held during a great world exposition, like a World's Fair kind of thing in London. They built this incredible glass building, which is very famous. You probably have heard of it, called Crystal Palace. The facilities that the chess people were playing at was, like I said, not exactly the greatest. So here's Anderson's comments. It says, the provision for our comfort was not remarkable. Table and chairs small and low, the large boards projected over the edges of the table on both sides. In short, there was no room to support your weary head on your hands during the hard struggle. It must be confessed an English player stands in no need of more comfortable surroundings. He sits on his chair, straight as a poker, sticks his thumbs in both pockets of his waistcoat, and stares at the board for half an hour, motionless, before moving. His opponent sighs with weariness 100 times. At length, quickly and with decision, he makes his move. So, a lot of things that we take for granted for tournaments, clocks, comfortable tables, chairs, all that stuff, they didn't know what to do. So they just got tables. Like, okay, you want tables? Here's some tables. And there were no clocks. So people, I mean, I think people had a sense of, hey, this is a historical occasion. I'm not going to be embarrassed. So people, almost everybody was taking a long time on their moves. Anderson didn't, because that's just not the way he is. He looks at a thing, if he can't see it to the heart of it, uh, for like a tactical calculation, he goes with what he thinks is the best. And he still was able to win, taking like a fraction of the time of these other players. And so um, that this was a learning experience. But again, to me, the fascinating part is you're getting to get firsthand accounts of incredible historical events like the London 1851 tournament. Um, the notes are very enlightening in terms of the style of the notes. There's a lot of human element to their notes. It's not this cold clinical dissection by a computer, which you can do by yourself. You don't need a book to do that. I love these contemporaneous notes. I've got to give the book, you know, 4 stars, 5 stars out of four. I mean, 110%. I love it. Oh my gosh. I'm it's hard to tell what I like most about it. Like I said, the illustrations are gorgeous. The book itself is gorgeous and a very substantial hardcover. Um, Price is very reasonable. In fact, probably less than the McFarlane volumes that I bought previously. The notes are incredible. The games are incredible. The settings are incredible. The background you get is rich and detailed. I better shut up. I'm going to sound stupider than I normally sound. Get this book. I didn't do a very good job of telling you how to get the book in my previous video. Like I said, Robert Johnson is from Australia. He did this himself, and he's basically selling it to cover his expenses. If he makes money, great. That's not why he did it. This is a labor of love. Probably took 15, 20 years for him to assemble all this stuff. The print run is very limited. If you want this, move, get on it and contact him. I found him in the Chess Book Collectors website. That's where I first heard about this book. But if you type in Adolf Anderson, Robert Johnson, just a general web search, you should be able to find it. I do not look for it on Amazon.com. I don't think it's being sold there. Go to Robert directly. He'll talk to you. He'll give you personal attention. Correspond with him by email. He likes to get paid by PayPal. I can't recommend this book strongly enough. If you're into this kind of stuff, you'll really love it. And that's it for me. Have a wonderful day.